Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for week number 3 of the 12-week bushcraft challenge. This week I had to carve out 5 different utensils. Scenario being, in week 2 you start your fire, you're at your imaginary campsite, you start your fire, you want to start cooking your food, you forgot some utensils so you have to carve some out. That is using only hand tools, so I made a spatula. Really happy with this spatula. It needed to be a little bit higher for the handle and then go down, so my wood had that shape, so I kept that shape. Worked really good. I managed to flip 2 eggs this morning in the pan without breaking them or anything. Next thing, carved out a fork. This one has 4 spikes. You needed a minimum of 3. Got 4. Then I carved a spoon. Didn't use a spoon knife, I just kind of dug it with my small carving knife. So it's kind of a quick, dirty kind of job, but it's functional, it'll work. Then I did some chopsticks. Everything had to be for the parameters over 6 inches, so I'm good for that. Then I did a set of thongs or pliers. All the other pieces are white birch. This one is willow. It's just that piece of willow that I had. It'll work good for flipping steaks on the barbecue or on the fire. Natural fork here. Could hang it on a tree. So for the tools that I used a small cam saw, this one, my Andal Canadian forest knife, used it in many videos, love this thing. A small Mora carving knife that I used for week 1 as well for the tri-stick, and a Grant Westbrook carpenter's axe hatchet for trimming down. I started, as you'll see in the rest of the video, I started with logs of birch and then I split them down to the size. I also used this old draw knife to help me split my logs straight, but in a camping kind of situation maybe you wouldn't have this, but you could also use just your axe in the same way, or your knife. If you have a longer knife, it's better. You can split and baton bigger wood, but a small knife will do the job too. So yeah, for the rest of the video, we'll go back in time and I'll show you all the different steps that I did for carving these utensils out. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, and really looking forward to week 4 next week. Don't know yet what the challenge will be, but I'll have the video up again for you guys. So have a good one, have a great week, and thanks for watching. This is what I got so far for my spatula. Now, I just want to get a 45-degree angle down here, just to make it like a beveled edge. Keep the front straight. And then it'll be pretty good. After that, you know, you could sandpaper it. But, yeah. Perfect. That would be part 1 done for the spatula. Now I only have to do 4 more items, I guess. I'm going to start the spoon. Alright, as you can see, I've started working on my fork. Basically got my plank of wood, made a spatula, pretty much, but thicker. And then I'm working on my four forks. So what I did, basically marked the middle, and then from the middle I went to the middle of that one and then to the middle of that one. So 3 grooves will give me 4 prongs, right? And then from there I'm just doing V notches while going down, and I want to cut, and I want to be careful not to split. And then once I'm able to get to the other side, like I managed on here, you can kind of see it there, I'll do the same thing going on from that side. See if I can film me working on this thing. Basically holding it with one hand and then coming in with the knife like that, and just kind of slowly go in at an angle that way, in at an angle other way, and then my goal is to remove small chips like that. It's just a very time-consuming process, and you want to go slowly and just remove wood slowly to avoid it splitting. Because if it splits, then I'll go all the way through my utensil, weakening the whole thing. Okay, so I managed to get on both sides now. Now I'm just slowly sharpening my prongs with the tip of the knife. Now there's probably a faster and easier way to carve this fork. Like, I'm not
a fork carving expert by any means, not a carving expert at all, just kind of learning as I go and doing this challenge. So far that's what I like about the challenge, though. It does take me out of my comfort zone, but carving something that I've been wanting to improve on and work on for years, so it's a great opportunity for that. I want to make this a nice, comfortable grip, so I'm reducing all around. Then leave this bigger ball here, reduce there, so it'll be big, smaller, bigger, and smaller. I want to make this ball here as much symmetrical on each side. Everything's symmetry. This has to be symmetrical. This curve here has to be symmetrical. This curve going up has to be symmetrical. And that's what makes it nice, in my opinion, when you have something that's symmetrical. And it's going to feel balanced as well. Really like these Mora handles because it feels comfortable holding it this way and that way. A lot of handles have an angle so that it's comfortable holding it this way, but when you're holding it upside down, it's not comfortable. But these handles are round and super basic, so it's comfortable every which way you hold it. Kind of feel like a beaver making all these wood chips. Maybe I should try to carve a beaver. There you go, that's what I got so far for my fork. I made it thin, large, thin, wide, thin, wide, and then the same thing kind of on this axis. So it goes from thin, thinner, wider, thin, wide, thin, wide. I'm gonna sharpen the edges later once I'm done the whole challenge. It'll be one of the last things that I'll do, just finalizing all the pieces. Because when I carve, if it's too sharp, I can't really hold it. So I'll do that very last minute. Okay, let's do chopsticks. I got a piece of birch here that's left over. This here seems to be pretty straight grain. I have a knot there, but on the outer edge it's straight grain, so I'll cut it, and then right about at the knot, and then I'll have my chopsticks, split it. Try to split it as close to chopsticks as possible. when I do this movement kind of going towards me, I know that I'm not gonna cut my belly open because the knife is angled away, and I'm gonna stop with the handle before this in my hand, right? My wrist will hit my belly first. Plus, I'm not really forcing anything, I'm just kind of going slowly, and actually I'm pulling the piece of wood away from me instead of pulling towards me with the knife. Like I stop here, and then I can pull away my wood. Yeah, I think that's perfect actually, yeah. Done. Chopsticks are done. Let's see if I can pick this pencil up. Done. Right. Now for the thongs, I've got this willow. I had picked it up for week 1, the tri-stick. A nice smooth piece here. But I kept this fork on it, and it'll make some good pliers if I can get this side a little bit smaller, make a pointy end. Just cut it back here so it doesn't split. So I'll leave a little bit longer. Just do a round chamfer reduction to cut it. Reduce the diameter on all sides around. Keep this for future projects, maybe trap triggers or something like that. I hope we do some traps for the challenges. Alright, now I'll keep this above 8 inches. The longer the better, I guess, because put less pressure here. Maybe cut it there. Do another circular reduction, chamfer reduction, and then I can make maybe sharp pointy ends, or I could even make some little teeth on it to grab meat easily. Take some bark off. If you'd be hurrying up, you want to make a really quick one out in the bush, all you need to do is this, and then you could just remove the bark for it to be nice and clean, and then you have your pliers, set of thongs. Just like that, and you'd be pretty much done. Make the insides flat just to help it bend like the inside of a bow, I guess. Especially this piece because it's bigger. I
this will dry up, because the wood is green right now. Once it dries up, it'll be a bit more fragile, but we'll see. Don't really plan on using these much in the future anyways. Out camping, you'd use them once or twice, and then you could discard them and then don't even have to clean them, just make a new pair at your next camp location or spot. Carry less stuff in, less stuff out. Use whatever you have around you. There, pliers are done in about, or the thongs are done in about 5 minutes. I don't know, 5-10 minutes. I even did a round reduction at the top so I can tie a piece of rope, and then I can hang him on a tree from there. And then there you go. That completes the 5 items.